which is baloney. And he's been convicted. And yet those commercials are still running. I still see them on TV.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is a guy who is, somebody just called him a scumbag. I would actually use much stronger language than that.
But why
and yet he's still on TV.
Why don't
look
they
at
prosecute
look
him?
at these.
I'll tell you what,
look
Phil,
at these Enzyte commercials.
I don't know. The position is when I made the Peter Popoff videos, I actually got in touch with the JREF. I don't think you were president of it at that time. But I can't remember the person that I spoke to. It wasn't James himself, but he certainly consulted James. And I said, you know, how does Popoff get away with it? And the response was effectively, if it's a matter of faith, no prosecuting authority will touch it.
You certainly can't reason somebody out of a position they didn't reason them. Somebody really honestly believes something despite the evidence. You're never going to talk them out of it. They're just going to have to grow out of it. And it, you know, just look at any of these late night ads, and even not late night ads. When I just watch even just regular commercial TV, the ads they have, you know, this has not been tested by the Food and Drug Administration is a typical claim. They make all these claims about lowering your cholesterol, increasing your penis size, increasing your breasts, increasing your sexual appetite, making you smarter, all this kind of stuff. And this is all crap. This stuff might work, but it's never been tested. So you could throw anything into a bottle, make a claim that as long as you're careful about it, and you can sell it on TV. And the Enzyte guys are in freaking prison for fraud, and I'm still seeing those Smiling Bob commercials on TV. I do not know how this works. It's ridiculous. You can't take a pill and give yourself a larger penis. It doesn't work. Oh, somebody posted head on and airborne. These are shown to be useless. These are totally it's quack pottery and crack pottery and quackism. So it's quack pottery, right? And yet, look, you know, these still get sold. As a matter of fact, I have a window open here. I just heard that CVS, which is a huge drugstore here in the United States, pharmacy, an apothecary, depending on what part of the country you're in, they were selling something called Air Shield, which was a diet supplement that can prevent colds, fight germs, and boost immune systems. And it turns out that's all baloney. And the Federal Trade Commission, which you know regulates such claims, billed them for $2.8 million basically. And that's a drop in the bucket, I'm sure, over what they made. But they have to stop selling it at least, which is good. But you know, these are chiropractic, homeopathy, acupuncture. These are multi-billion-dollar industries that do nothing. Chiropractic, there might be something to it, maybe, to cure backaches and neck aches, but it does not cure any germs, does not cure earaches or toothaches or deafness or anything like that. That is all quack medicine. It doesn't do anything. If somebody seeks out that medicine instead of going to a real doctor, they can get sicker. And yet these are making billions and billions of dollars hurting people. It is a crime. You know, the word evil comes up a lot when I think about this, and that is exactly the sort of thing that we fight, and we will continue to fight because, you know, look at the anti-vax movement. There are people out there, Jenny McCarthy, Jim Carrey, Meryl Dorey in Australia. These are people who are saying just outright lies and non-truths and making crap up about vaccinations that is totally wrong, and babies are dying of preventable illnesses, and I have very strong feelings about that. So, you know, we will continue to fight this.
You and I both, and indeed there was a well-known YouTube user, who was on a few hours ago, who gave an account of his grandchild who was told that prayer was the best solution.
Right.
Nearly died as a result. I think that is not only shocking, I think it should be criminal offence. This is what I keep on saying. I just simply don't understand what is going on in America and why these people aren't prosecuted.
Well, when it comes to the anti-vax movement, you know, you can stand up and say anything you want. You can even lie and say, you know, vaccines cause autism and vaccines give you the disease and vaccines cause all these problems. And as long as you're not dispensing medical advice, you know, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to lie. It's not even illegal to lie on a website. However, when somebody like Meryl Dorey in Australia, and she's part of the AVN, the Australian Vaccination Network, a lot of people call it the anti-vax network, she's actually dispensing medical advice. And I watched a Jenny McCarthy video where she's dispensing medical advice, and that's illegal. And so, you know, what she's saying that vaccines cause autism is phony. Jim Carrey, and because a lot of people in the chat room are asking this, yes, Jim Carrey, Dumb or Dumber, The Mask, Liar, Bruce Almighty, that actor who is either married or, you know, common law married to Jenny McCarthy or whatever. He's written on the Huffington Post. He's gone on TV. He does these things, the same thing she does. It's the same sort of crap about vaccinations that is completely untrue. It's hard to know if Jenny McCarthy is lying, and by that I mean knowingly saying things that are untrue. But she said ridiculous things like there's fetal cell tissue in vaccines, which is a lie, or is not true, I should say. There's, you know, this toxin and that toxin in vaccines. This stuff is not true. Go to, let's see, it's Jenny McCarthy bodycount.com, and go there and you'll see the sorts of things she's saying. You can find all kinds of stuff about this, and it's really, really, really aggravating because, especially in places like Australia, you know, in Sydney, which is not, you know, a middle of nowhere. We're talking about an urban place, you know, a very upscale place, and babies are dying. They are dying because they're maybe too young to get vaccinated, and not enough people in that area are being vaccinated to keep these diseases from attacking us. You have to have a certain number of people vaccinated to have a herd immunity so that there's no sort of reservoir for the bacterium or virus to live. If vaccination rates go down, the diseases can crop up. And a young girl, Dana McCaffrey, I believe she was 4 weeks old, died from pertussis, from whooping cough. She died from whooping cough. It's totally preventable, but because people aren't getting their vaccinations, this infant died. It's horrifying, and this is what bad thinking is getting us. We need more groups like JREF and Skeptic Society and Psychop and all these, because there's a lot of bad thinking out there, and it's not just psychics scamming people for money. It's people are dying because of this, and that sucks. So there you go. So let's see.
I'm not going to disagree.
Phil, I think by the looks of it, we've gone on for almost an hour.
Right.
Would you like to answer a few more questions from the audience? And then I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I've got an awful lot of people that
absolutely.
I'm really
grateful for your attendance. If you could spare us another 5 minutes, and then perhaps we can move on. Although I have to say, at the moment, my hit list for who the next person is a bit vacant. But
rather than talking to me, if you just want to address any questions that come up
in the next 10 minutes.
Sure, that's fine. Since we got a late start.
that's very kind. Thank you very much.
That's very kind. Thank you very much.
Okay. If somebody's saying, can you have a cookie? The answer is no. What do I think of the Simon Singh case? I think it's just a crock. Simon Singh is a journalist and a scientist. He wrote a great book, which I'm reading right now, actually, with Edzard Ernst, called Trick or Treatment, about alternative medicine. He wrote a column for The Guardian, a newspaper in the UK, saying that the British Chiropractic Association is happily making bogus claims. They sued him, saying that implied that they are knowingly lying because they are making bogus claims, which is baloney. A bogus claim does not mean necessarily that you know that what you're saying is untrue. It just means that the claim itself is untrue. But they got a judge who was sympathetic to them and upheld their suing of him. And so right now he's in a lot of trouble, being sued for libel by the British Chiropractic Association. It's a crock. They're full of it. There have been they tried to write an article saying how, oh, here's actually the evidence for how chiropractic works, and that article was baloney. Go to senseaboutscience.org, I think it is. Just look up Sense About Science. The UK group that has been really, really good about keeping track of Simon's case. And Simon will be speaking at TAM London in October. Let me back out. We have our meeting every year, the Amazing Meeting in Vegas. We're doing an international meeting. We're having TAM London, the Amazing Meeting London, in October. It's sold out. It's sold out in under an hour, actually. We didn't think we'd get business for it. But I'm hoping we're going to be streaming some of it on the web. We'll see.